Today, we'll see how to use and form indirect object pronouns, or IOPs, in Spanish. It's extremely important for you to understand subject pronouns and direct object pronouns before you try to learn indirect object pronouns. Links to those explanations are in the description. There are 4 steps to using indirect object pronouns in Spanish. Number 1, identify the indirect object. Number 2, pick the pronoun that matches it. Number 3, replace the noun and preposition with the pronoun. And number 4, place the pronoun in the correct location in the sentence. So we'll start with step 1, identify the indirect object. Indirect objects are nouns that indirectly receive action. That means nothing is being done directly on or to them. Since they're identified by their relation to action, the easiest way to find them is to start with the verb. Verbs are simple to spot and make everything else easier to identify. Take the sentence, Sarah gives a gift to Christina. If I ask you to find the subject, direct object, and indirect object without any guidance, it would be tough. But let's take the advice of identifying the verb. What is the action in this sentence? That's right, gives. Right now, our verb is in the present tense, conjugated for the third person singular, Sarah, from the infinitive to give. Now the subjects and objects will be easy to point out. Who or what is doing the verb in this sentence? That is, who or what is giving? Right, Sarah. The gift isn't giving anything, and Christina isn't either. Sarah is the one doing the verb, so she's the subject. And you already know how to replace the subject with a subject pronoun, in this case, she. Now, what directly receives the action? What is being verbed? What is being given? Sarah isn't picking Christina up and giving her to someone, of course, so Christina is not the direct object. The thing that Sarah is giving is a gift. A gift is the direct object. You also already know how to replace that word with a direct object pronoun, in this case, it. Now, who is indirectly receiving the action? Of course, it's Christina. Christina benefits from the action of giving, but she's not giving anything herself or being given. She receives the direct object. In this sentence, Christina is the indirect object. How would you replace the name Christina with a pronoun in English? That's right, her. There is a shortcut to pick out the indirect object in a sentence, but it doesn't work 100% of the time. Since the object is indirect, it will probably have a preposition in front of it. The preposition in this sentence is to. See how that word kind of separates Christina from the action? Other prepositions include for, about, in, at, by, and others. So why doesn't this work 100% of the time? Well, we could rephrase this sentence without changing the meaning. Sarah gives Christina a gift. And in this case, Christina is still the indirect object. Think about it, she's still receiving the gift, but there's no preposition this time. And since the objects are the same, their pronouns stay the same too. Again, these sentences mean the same thing, but the first sentence does not have a preposition and the bottom one does. Step 2, pick the pronoun that matches it. So now that we know what indirect objects are and how to identify them, let's see what the indirect object pronouns are in English. To me, to you, to him, her, or it, to us, to you all, and to them. I included a preposition in each one because in Spanish, the preposition is included in the indirect object pronoun. Make a note of that, it's key information. In Spanish, the preposition is included in the indirect object pronoun. Memorize this even if it doesn't make perfect sense to you yet. Alright, now let's see them in Spanish. Me, te, le, nos, os, les. As usual, you will choose your pronoun to match the noun that it's replacing. Singular pronouns are on the left side of the chart, plural are on the right side. First person is the first row, second person is the second row, and third person is the third row. On to step 3. Replace the noun and preposition from the sentence with your pronoun selection from step 2. In Spanish, our example sentence looks like this. Sara da un regalo a Cristina. We've emphasized the indirect object and preposition in parentheses. Christina is just one person, so singular, and she's not you or me, so third person. So which indirect object pronoun do we use for third person singular nouns? That's right, le. Le is going to replace not only Christina, but also a, because prepositions are included in Spanish indirect object pronouns. We know which indirect object pronoun to use, but we still need to put it in the right place. And that brings us to step 4. Place the pronoun in the correct location in the sentence. Just like with direct object pronouns, you may have a choice. Your indirect object pronoun can go either before the conjugated verb or attached to the end of an infinitive, present participle, or affirmative command. I would memorize these choices separately since it's a pretty new concept in itself. Repeat over and over. Object pronouns go before the conjugated verb or attached to the end of an infinitive, present participle, or affirmative command. So that gives us Sara da un regalo le, which is still wrong because IOPs can only go, remember, before the conjugated verb or attached to the end of an infinitive, present participle, or affirmative command. In this example, we only have one verb, da, and it's conjugated. That means our new pronoun le can only go before it. Our final product is Sara le da un regalo, or in English, Sarah gives a gift to her. Let's review how to use IOPs. First, identify the indirect object. Then, pick the pronoun that matches it. Then, replace the noun and preposition with the pronoun. And finally, place the pronoun in the correct location in the sentence. Okay, we know when to use indirect object pronouns and how to do it. Let's practice. Replace the indirect object in the following sentence with an indirect object pronoun. Juan escribe una carta a sus amigos. Pause the video and try it on your own. I'll walk you through the steps when you unpause. Okay, let's work through this. Number 1, identify the indirect object noun. There are 3 nouns, Juan, a letter, and his friends. Remember to start by finding the verb. What's the action in this sentence? Escribe, or writes. The person doing that is the subject, in this case, Juan. So we know Juan is not the indirect object because he's the subject. Now what is being verbed? That is, what is being written? Juan is not writing on his friends, clearly he's writing the letter. The letter, therefore, is the direct object. Now who is receiving the direct object here? Definitely his friends. Notice that we have a preposition before them, to, or a, which further confirms that they are indirect in this sentence. Okay, next, pick the pronoun that matches it. Sus amigos is third person, and the S shows us that there is more than one friend, plural. That gives us les. Step 3, replace the noun and preposition with that pronoun, les. And step 4, place the pronoun in the correct location in the sentence. Again, where can they go? Object pronouns go before the conjugated verb or attached to the end of the infinitive, present participle, or affirmative command. This sentence is pretty simple. There's only one verb, which we've already identified, escribe. So our fresh new indirect object pronoun goes before that, which means our correct answer is Juan les escribe una carta. Let's do another one and add some complexity by using a sentence with multiple verbs. Replace the indirect object in the following sentence with an indirect object pronoun. Yo quiero comprar un oso de peluche para ti, or I want to buy a teddy bear for you. Pause the video and follow the instructions on your own. You will have 2 possible answers. All right, let's see here. First, identify the indirect object. We have 3 nouns here, I, teddy bear, and you. The teddy bear isn't buying anything. And neither are you. I am the subject, and the teddy bear is what is being bought, so that's the direct object. Now the direct object, the teddy bear, is for the indirect object. In this case, ti, or you. Again, we have the preposition para, or for, to confirm our choice. Now we pick the pronoun that matches it. from our pronoun chart which one is you. It's the singular second person, so the pronoun is te. When we replace the noun and preposition with the pronoun, para ti disappears and te is put in its place. Finally, place the pronoun in the correct location in the sentence. The rules say that object pronouns go before conjugated verbs or attached to the end of an infinitive, present participle, or affirmative command. Here we have two verbs. One is conjugated. Quiero is querer conjugated in the yo form, and the other is to buy, comprar, which is in the infinitive form. That means we have a choice. Te can either go before the conjugated verb or attached to the infinitive. That means the answer options for this switch are yo te quiero comprar un oso de peluche or yo quiero comprarte un oso de peluche. Notice how comprarte is all one word. Shall we try with present participles? Let's use the same example from earlier in a different form. Juan está escribiendo una carta a sus amigos. You try it. A sus amigos becomes les, which can then be moved before the conjugated verb, está, or attached to the present participle, escribiéndoles. So the two possible answers here are Juan les está escribiendo una carta or Juan está escribiéndoles una carta. Notice that if we take the second option, we add an accent to the second E in order to preserve the original pronunciation. Again, these both mean the same thing. One is writing a card to them, or one is writing them a card. Finally, for commands. Let's say we want to say, give a kiss to the kids from me. Da un beso a los hijos de mi parte. Un beso is the direct object. That's what's being verbed or given. So the indirect object is where that kiss is going. Who receives the kiss in this sentence? Yes, los hijos, the kids. And the preposition to is there for confirmation. A. Since los hijos, the kids, are plural and third person, the correct pronoun is les. When we put that pronoun in the place of the preposition and the original indirect object, our sentence looks like this. Da un beso les de mi parte, which is still incomplete. The last thing to do is to fix the location. The only verb here is da, which is a command. We know from our rules that indirect object pronouns go attached to the end of commands. The result is dales un beso de mi parte. Give them a kiss from me, or give a kiss to them from me. Now do some practice on your own. In the following sentences, identify the indirect objects, then replace them with pronouns. Finally, arrange the sentence to follow the placement rules. Don't forget that if your sentence has two verbs, you'll have two possible answers. Pause the video here. Did you pronounce your answers out loud for practice? Here we go. Número 1. Te tenemos una sorpresa. Número 2. Ella no me quiere dar la llave. Or, ella no quiere darme la llave. Número 3. ¿Nos quieres mostrar algo? Or, ¿quieres mostrarnos algo? Número 4. Dime la verdad. Número 5. Yo les voy a vender mi computadora. Or, yo voy a venderles mi computadora. Número 6. Él le quiere dar un diamante. Or, él quiere darle un diamante. Número 7. Ricardo siempre les dice la verdad. Número 8. Cómprale un coche. Número 9. ¿Quién puede decirle la respuesta? Or, ¿quién le puede decir la respuesta? Número 10. Yo estoy contándoles un chiste. Or, yo les estoy contando un chiste. If you'd like an extra challenge, translate all of these sentences into English. Now you might be wondering, is it possible to replace both the direct and indirect objects with pronouns? Absolutely, you do it in English all the time. I am giving a present to my sister becomes I am giving it to her. But to do it in Spanish, it actually becomes much more complicated, so we'll need a separate lesson for that. Another idea you might have is it possible to have sentences with an indirect object, but without a direct object? Well, sort of. If there's an indirect object, the direct object is there. It just might not be visible in the sentence. For example, ya me dijiste, you already told me, is a nice simple sentence. But if you think about it, me, or me, is indirect here. Why? Because what you actually told, that is, the words that came out of your mouth, weren't me. They were a secret, or a sentence, or words, or something. That's what was actually told, so those are the direct objects. But the sentence doesn't specifically mention them. Rather, they're implied. That's it for indirect object pronouns in Spanish. You can find more language learning resources and videos like this one at lingolearner.com.